8 degrees, and hopefully no rain today. Wait a minute, get a quick shot of whatever the shape is there. It was in the locality yesterday, HMS Tyne, so it's probably HMS Tyne. Impossible to tell. It probably wouldn't be on the AIS, so we're not going to bother reaching for the phone. I mentioned HMS Tyne because when I got home yesterday I ended up monitoring a mayday off of Dawlish. It's rare for me to follow one so distant, but the comms were available, as was the AIS and the ADSB. I think the mayday went out as a person in the water. The Dawlish webcams, I've never used those before, but it was rough seas. All of the Exmouth, Teignmouth lifeboats were tasked. Rescue 187, I think, also, and HMS Tyne responded. Cut a long story short, it was possible on the 3 different Dawlish webcams I was able to follow. You got glimpses of the lifeboats searching, and eventually they spotted a casualty in the surf on a beach. The helicopter you could see on the webcam in the distance, just a dot, but you could see them putting a winchman down. Not long after, it was determined life extinct. That's why I was aware that HMS Tyne was in the area yesterday. This plant here is being pulled out of the ground by something or somebody, more likely. Hard to imagine that's natural. Yeah, hard to imagine that's natural. Let's try and stand it back in a bit. Actually, that might come back out. It's not much holding it in there. Oh well. Interesting effect on the slope here, where all the pine needles have sort of been rolled up into lumps like that. That's presumably purely by virtue of the rain that we had yesterday. It poured down, we were drenched. I do wonder if the chainsaw chipping noises we were hearing, I wonder if it was these, because that looks a bit fresh, doesn't it? Some of these cut bits, they look a bit fresh. I imagine that's what we were hearing. What do they call it? Pollarding, isn't it? Yeah, that looks pretty freshly done. I imagine that's what we were hearing. Hang on a sec, mate. Let's just have a quick look over the wall here. At the wall. Yeah, I'd have wanted just a little bit more space between that and the building. Just a little bit. It's almost like the tree stump dictated it, maybe. Yeah, that strange step in that they've done there, I wouldn't have been happy with that. Being the anal retentive person I am. Close, Bear. Close. 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 Stop. You go on. Morning.
Good morning.
Or maybe it was that one. That's fresh. That was a big tree. Why have they cut that one down? That's a bit sad, isn't it? I wonder why that was necessary. There's a bird box on that one. Yeah, there's chips of wood all over. That's the one they've just done. There's still somebody up there sawing on another one. It was a large tree. Presume it's going to grow back after a fashion, but what a shame. And just picking up after Barry, high blood content, as is so often the case, and I'm sure it's something to do with the weather conditions. Yesterday we got home, he started gurgly stomach off his food again. He rallied somewhat and ate probably 3/4 of his evening meal, so I didn't start trying him on that new food that we've been given or anything, but yeah, so yeah, He's always eating the same stuff, so it's hard to imagine that it's a food thing. I think it's something in the environment. Every time it's rainy, windy, horrible, difficult for me, like it was yesterday where we hang out in a bunker, he seems to get unwell. He gets unwell at other times also, but that seems to be a correlation at least. I don't know what to make of it. Just don't know what to make of it. Tide is incoming, so I think we'll go this way and see it fuller when we get down to the beach. Very amusing dog, very bouncy. He's got a funny way with him. Oh, she's got the ball out. Right, okay. She'll catch us up because I can hardly move her. Morning, alright. Wait, Bear. Wait, mate. Let's have that one, if we can reach it. Reached it. Stuck in the flipping brambles here now. I haven't even bagged it yet. What's that there? What the hell's that? Awkward to reach. It was awkward to reach, so I went around the tree, and in so doing found another poop bag hanging from a branch. Flipping heck. There's been a couple actually. There's a big one being cut here. Fallen trees I'm talking. Right across the trail there's been a couple cleared obviously since we were last up here. That's probably what that walker mentioned about trees falling. It was probably across the main track here. Anyway, they've been cleared pretty sharpish.